In this lecture, we will cover Azure Virtual Machines fundamentals. So we did clarify in the previous lecture that virtual machines, or simply VMs, are software emulations of physical computers. And depending on the hardware that you are using, you could create several virtual machines or up to tens or maybe hundreds of virtual machines on the same physical host. This is actually what is happening in public cloud environments. Azure VMs represent Infrastructure as a Service Azure offering. In the previous module, we have talked about the different available cloud computing models: Infrastructure as a Service, Platform as a Service, and Software as a Service. Azure VMs are part of the Microsoft IaaS or IaaS service offering. Also, with Azure VMs, you do not have to buy and maintain the physical hardware that will run the VM. VMs are a great choice when you need total control over the operating system. The VM behaves like a standalone server and you can literally install on the virtual machine whatever you need. It's simply a PC inside another bigger PC. Because you have full control over the virtual machine, VMs are also a great choice when you need to run custom software. Virtual machines are also highly used in development and testing. And last, when you first start your journey with Microsoft Azure Public Cloud, there is a high possibility that at the beginning you partially migrate your servers to Azure using virtual machines and basically extending your data center and adopting a hybrid cloud model. Because the virtual machine acts and behaves just like a physical server, well, it needs to store data somehow. Virtual machines data is stored in Azure Storage. We will have a storage dedicated module later on in the course, but for now we will start slowly. Azure Managed Disks are block-level storage volumes that are managed by Azure and used with Azure virtual machines. So why the name Azure Managed Disks? There is also another option, the legacy older one, and this is called Unmanaged Disks. The Managed Disks is the recommended option and you should try to use it whenever possible. Here's why. Managed disks are like physical disks in an on-premises server, but they are virtualized. So it's really the same as a physical hard disk drive HDD or solid-state drives SSD, but with managed disks, all you have to do is specify the disk size, the disk type, and Azure will provision the disk and also take care of the storage account that will host your data. If you are using the legacy version unmanaged disks, it is you that need to take care of everything when deploying such a solution. You can attach one of the following 4 types of disks to your virtual machine running in Azure: Standard HDD, Standard SSD, Premium SSD, and Ultra Disk. The differences between them consist in maximum supported throughput starting from 500 MB per second with standard HDD and up to 2 GB per second with Ultra Disk storage option, but also maximum IOPS, input-output operations per second. If you want to learn more about Azure disk types, please follow the below URL. Thank you, and I will see you in the next lecture.